Hello and welcome back. So we are just under 80 nautical miles from top of descent into Dubai. As you can see, it's now very dark. Too sure what the local time is. We're obviously quite far into the middle of the night now. 10 minutes to go, so you probably can't see this, but top of descent, 17:48 Zulu, and we're at 17:38, so we've got about 10 minutes. So we've got a little while just to prep the aircraft for the descent. So if we get the descent checklist up. So landing altitude is set. We set that before we left. That's it was 064, I believe. So we've set at 060. ECAS recall, absolutely fine. Arrival is installed into the FMS already. We're landing on it was 30 right. So that's set correctly. Let's tune the radio. So excuse me. So it's 110.9. So the ILS you can tune in here and not here, as I made the mistake the other day in doing. I'm getting very frustrated that I couldn't tune the ILS frequency, and that's because this one deliberately excludes ILS frequencies because it's on VOR only. So 110.9 and the course 299, so 299er. And we will get Avitab up, and we'll just confirm that. So 299er, 110.9. 110.9, 299er, so that's the ILS tuned. We're going out to 3,000 feet. So we'll get that into the MCP. So radio's tuned. Landing flaps will go 25, it's a really long runway. 4,300 metres, so more than enough for a 767, and then pop that in. So that's giving us a VRAF of 123, not too bad. Hello Kyle, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Landing flaps selected, VRAF entered, decision height. We'll just need to get Avital back up again. So decision height of 200 feet. Which I think is already set. Yeah, decision height 200 feet, perfect. And then auto brake, which is set as 1. So that's good for top of descent. That's everything. Yeah, can't think of anything else, so we're good to go. And for those of you who were with me when we started, you can see the approach into Dubai is very long, so I'll show you on the legs page. We get onto the... just bring the range down. So where's the step button there? So basically, if we start from the beginning, there we go. So we go past Dubai, make a really long, extend it out really far, and then come back round again, then join the ILS at that point. Follow it round, and then we're on runway 30 right. So we'll go back to the map page, bring the range out. 160, that'll be absolutely fine. Just for a reminder, those who haven't been following the last couple of streams, so we're using SimBuddy, virtual VA client. We're carrying cargo today, but only about 600 kilos, just because we haven't established ourselves on this route before. So once we're well established, we'll be able to carry a little bit more. What I have noticed on SimBuddy is they don't seem to prioritise cargo as kind of like a way of earning virtual money. It very much is a priority on passengers, because even on some of the routes that I'm well established on, that the levels of cargo are pretty insignificant compared to the numbers of passengers, because the 767 carries a significant amount of cargo compared to like the passenger variant. So I think that's something that they probably need to look into. It does seem like, I think it's only like a one-man band who's running SimBuddy at the moment, so I'm quite patient with them. Obviously they've got a reason why it's developing fairly slowly, but it's it works very well. There's not much in terms of that kind of idea on X-Plane, whereas on P3D you've got some pretty good payware add-ons that can simulate airlines, like Air Hauler 2, which I did have for P3D for a little while before I went over to X-Plane. I just like to, when you're doing long haul flights, just like to add a bit of purpose to what you're doing, and gives you a sense of satisfaction when you complete a flight. Might want to just turn the volume down as we're going to go outside. It is comparatively loud. Flying over the Persian Gulf, so it's very dark outside. You can just about see the coast of Iran over there. So yeah, not much to see at the moment, but obviously as we approach Dubai we'll start to see some of the city lights and things. Where are we up to? 28 nautical miles to top of descent. Just keep on the progress page for now, just so we can track where we're going and what we're doing. So, estimated time of arrival for Dubai is 18:23 Zulu time. So for those of you watching in the UK, that will be about 7:23. Thanks very much for the likes. Do appreciate it. And if you're new to the stream, do subscribe so you can follow. I'm trying to stream as often as possible at the moment. But we've got a little way to go just yet. It's going to be a long descent down. We've still got about 200 nautical miles. Feel free to ask me any questions about what's been going on. But we started at Dusseldorf. And prior to that, yesterday we flew from Manchester to Dusseldorf, kind of following real life ops for cargo operators that they tend to do multiple stops. If you want a really good YouTube channel that allows you to kind of see how airlines work in real life, it's called airclips.com, and they basically share a lot of the in-cockpit films. I think originally they're not, you normally have to pay for them. They used to be like DVDs that you can pay, and I'm assuming they've got some kind of arrangement with those companies that do the recording to release them free on YouTube with advertising. But they're really interesting. You learn a lot about how cargo operators and passenger operators work. I've watched a couple where they follow Lufthansa Cargo and their MD-11, and one of them, I think that they flew down Africa to Nairobi, South Africa, and then flew across to South America and then back up to Germany. And then the last one I watched, again MD-11, they flew from Frankfurt to Mumbai to Hong Kong to somewhere, I forget the name of it, but it was somewhere in Russia, and then Russia back to Frankfurt. So like I said, they tend to, when you're doing cargo ops, because you're not flying passengers from point to point, they tend to do lots of shorter flights and do multiple stops, and I guess it just means they can carry cargo either long haul, for example from Frankfurt to Hong Kong via Mumbai, or even from Frankfurt to Mumbai and then Mumbai, separate cargo from Mumbai to Hong Kong, etc. We're talking about the MD-11. I'm very much looking forward to the Rotate MD-11, which is in development at the moment. Did have the PMDG MD-11 for PMDG MD-11 for P3D, and it was really good, but it was quite dated. It wasn't ever properly released for P3D or optimised for P3D. and then they never and then they pulled it from the market, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm looking forward to Rotate's version and see what they can do. And there was another publisher who was going to make the MD11, and then it just kind of seemed to fizzle out. I think they didn't like the fact that Rotate were making it. I think they were also making the MD80 as well. Okay, that's approaching top of descent, so we're starting to decel. Got an FMC message that says we drag, so we'll just clear that and then add a little bit of speed brake. So down we go. Flight time so far has been 6 hours and 20 minutes. And what time is it now? 7:49. So we're probably going to be looking at almost 7 hours total for flight. Quite a hefty flight. As for where we go from here, I'm quite open for options. Not today, but from the next stream. We could return to Dusseldorf, or we could carry on going. So there's multiple options in Southeast Asia. We can go to somewhere in India, we can go to Bangkok, we can go to Singapore, we can go to Hong Kong. I'm sure they're all within range of the 767, I'll double check. But you know, we weren't even pushing the range today, we weren't even using the centre tank of fuel. I mean, I know we were quite light, but it's a possibility. Right, we'll just bring that speed brake back because we're starting to throttle up a little bit. We'll just take it down a tad and then just see what the speed does. Yeah, we're starting to accelerate as the throttle's come back, so we'll just balance it out. A little bit of a typo there for Flight Factor. Don't think you got any wind landing lights. Actually, last time, remember, we'll just get the ATIS for OMDB. We'll just get switch over and then update it. So QNH is 0999. No significant change in the weather. Winds at 360 at 4 knots. Whew, toasty 35 degrees at Dubai, even in the middle of the night. When we get to about 15,000 feet, we'll pop on the seatbelt signs, and then we'll start moving. You know, once we get to 10,000, so I'll start getting the lights on, and then sorting out the altimeters. We'll just see what the transition altitude is. I've not flown this device, I'm not too sure what the transition altitude is. Alright, 13,000, that's pretty high. So obviously make sure that we're switching to 0999 when we're getting close to 13,000. Okay, let's get the passenger signs on. We'll do the same on SimBuddy. And then, because it's a cargo flight, that's pretty much it. For those of you who watched yesterday, we had to do a bit more. We had to work a little bit harder for the passengers. To make sure that the flight attendants were doing their job and getting them food and drink, giving them the entertainment, and then making sure the cabin's secure when we're approaching the landing. Right, so we're approaching 13,000, so let's set the altimeters. So 0999. Get the lights on. Just can't get the other one. There we go. So the wind landing lights are on. Altimeters are set and cross-checked, and we've updated the FMC, although we didn't really need to do anything. And that's basically us. The landing checklist is on the yoke, so we're good to head on down. Are you missing flying the Dash 8? Yes, I am. That's the one downside of X-Plane. There is a Dash 8 available, but it's very dated now. They are trying to, well, they are in the process of updating it. I think they've renamed the old one to a legacy product now because it's very outdated. I'm surprised they're still selling it, to be honest. Let's just put a bit of drag in. But yeah, I think they are working on an update, which should be good, and hopefully it'll be. I can't remember whether it's Flight Factor themselves actually who are making it, but hopefully it'll be good when it is updated. Let's bring the drag back down again. I was talking about it yesterday. I do miss some of the aircraft that are left behind in P3D, such as the Dash 8 and the fact that you could use FST Crew with it and GSX. Those are all the add-ons that I'm missing. But having said that, X-Plane does make up with it with the visuals and the flight model. Which has that extra element of realism, particularly at night. Just arm the speed brake. So the speed brakes are armed, and we've got our auto brake over here, which is in position 1. Might just do is just in anticipation of us landing is get the airport map up just so we can work out where we're going. Just need to work out where the cargo. Oh no, that's not the one we want. One mega airport. So cargo terminal's there. So we're coming in on 30 right. So we'll be coming out here, and then we just need to kind of go off on the left hand side of the runway, and then taxi up Mike, and then kind of take our first left, which is I think Lima 1, and then park up anywhere down this end of the terminal. We'll just leave that up just so we've got it as reference when we next open Navitab. So just holding 7,000. I think this is also it's an altitude restriction. Until we turn the corner. Might just cut this corner off and go straight to DB 505 from 508. Which means we're not quite extending to that far out. It's a little bit ridiculous otherwise. So after 505 we'll start our descent down again, and I'll as we're turning around I'll get down to flaps 5. So once the glide slope's active, we'll go down to flaps 15, and then once we're on the localizer, we'll go to 20 and gear down, and then just when we're on our final approach, short final, sorry, we'll go down to flaps 25. Close this off. We don't need that anymore. Airport's not in sight yet. 10 nautical miles still to go. Glide slope's live, so it's going to flaps 15. Down, flaps 20. And that's the airport ahead. It's just starting to come in view. I can't see the runway lights just yet. The speed of it, is only 4 knots of wind, so we'll just go for kind of like 125 as our approach speed. We'll go down to that now. That's good timing, low fuel. Get ready to take manual control. So, runway to our left. It's not ours. So I'll take control now. Struggling to see, I don't know if it's haze or
1,000.
So I've got a taxiway in sight, but that's not the runway. I think the runway's just coming into view now. Yeah, okay, so there's the runway. A bit low, then a little bit high, so we'll just pitch down a little bit. That's better.
Minimums.
Got my aim point in sight, so continue. Landing checklist gear down, speed brakes are armed.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Yeah, alert.
20. 10.
So light. Nose wheel down, first is full. 100 knots. 80 knots, reverse idle. .60 knots, idle reverse, stow the reversers, and we'll take manual brake and we'll take the next exit on the left. Excellent. So let's start to clear up. So speed brake down, flaps up. It's a very inconvenient sign. And runway lights off. Taxi light on. Strobe off. And transponder off. Well, on standby. So this should be Mike. We'll carry Mike on, and then I think like I said, the cargo, I think it's down the end there. Yeah, I think that's a FedEx there, isn't it? So bring up the checklists. After landing checklist, APU on. Let's just pop that on. And then APU gen on as well. And then we'll wait for the... get the power on. And we'll pop the APU bleed on and the isolation valves. Yeah. So that's the after landing checklist complete, and then we'll taxi to a stand, and then we'll do the rest of the checklists. Just turn the auto brake off. It's a huge cargo stand. We've got a TNT 747 over there, FedEx 757. Or was that 767? I can't quite. Oh, I think it's 757, isn't it? We'll take one of the stands over there. Can't see any UPS, so the Virgin Atlantic over there. Not sure if Virgin Atlantic fly a 747 to Dubai. Pretty sure they do fly to Dubai, but I imagine now it's probably in a 787 or something similar. Right, we'll take the next left. So I think this has got a kind of auto marshaller. Don't know if it works. It should do. Unless it's like the gates where they don't work anymore. We'll see. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay. Taxi light off. Perfect. Too far. Oh well. I wouldn't be getting the Macarena if I had GSX. Okay, so parking brake is on. APU gen's on, so we can turn off the engines. And seatbelt signs off. Let's do the shutdown checklist. APU generator on. Yeah, APU has already been done. Yeah, good. And then we'll turn the hydraulic pumps off. We'll turn the fuel pumps off. Anti-collision light off, of course. Position light we'll leave on, and then the isolation valves will also leave on, just because that'll be powering our aircon. So that's it. We're good to go. So let's offload our virtual one passenger and cargo, and then we'll do a replay, and then we'll wrap up. Okie dokie, so let's do a replay. A bit long and a little bit off the centre line, but not bad otherwise. Downslope on the runway as well, actually. And we're down. Great. Well, let's see what our landing rate was. -131, not bad at all. Okay, well that'll be it, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Like I said, I'm trying to do a stream tomorrow, be a shorter one, probably from Inverness back to Manchester. And then from there onwards, probably going to be looking at Tuesday. So thanks again. If you enjoyed the stream, do hit that like button and subscribe if you want to carry on watching some more stuff. Do check out my older content. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks very much for watching.